Yeah, like you know how when Aladdin shows up in the movie and he's just throwing coins into the crowd?
Like that?
Yes.
All right. Eventually, you leave the slums and enter the more regular section of the city, not affluent, like middle class.
Mhm.
And eventually, you see guards kind of like running up to you, like they like have spears out.
We'll take it from here, boys.
Sorry, no time to talk.
Yeah.
They they recognize you, Kona, but they're like,
Mhm.
"What is this?" And they point to
It's-
Snap.
An earth elemental. I found it in a back alleyway.
Tell him
And-
the truth, or I'm gonna drop you.
Ah, fine. My brother.
And the man you're holding prisoner,
This is the Iron Lily, the guy that kills people for petty crimes and murders. All those corpse flower crimes that have been committed. This is the man responsible. Get a good look at him, boys.
they kind of like look to each
Ugly.
other and they're like, "Oh, maybe you should let us take him in."
No. We got
Tell him to
we got
confess.
told he confessed to all of the crimes, but also we have been tasked by the justice at the bank to bring him in so that she can question him on why, on who wanted her dead.
They kind of like look to each other like, we'll give you an escort in.
Okay,
Not to
cool.
draw any
Awesome.
more
Thank you
attention.
so much. Yeah, okay.
And they kind of take positions and lead you to Justice's house. Or not the house,
Get
the
a
bank.
good look at it, civilians. This is the Iron Lily, the world's ugliest assassin. And he doesn't even like flowers.
You see, he's like, at this point, he's like just stone-faced, like, I hate my life.
That's okay. I'll pat him. I'll put his little coin purse on his head like a little hat. Are you ready? I'll get real close to him because he can't move his arms. I'm gonna get real close to him and whisper in his ear. Are you ridiculed? Do you feel ashamed of yourself? Are you embarrassed?
His face is bright red with anger.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I take one of my hands and pat him on the head.
Yeah.
Eventually, after a few more minutes, you do reach the bank. And you see
yeah,
the
it's
guards
bank.
outside there kind of like just whistling to themselves, and then they see you coming, and they're like, what the hell? And they
Hey
kinda,
guys,
they take up defensive positions.
we'd like to make a deposit. A deposit
Did
of
we
justice.
confiscated. You confiscated his knives and sword.
Oh
right?
yeah, I took everything. I'm gonna
Okay,
take
good.
everything. Yeah.
All right. They kind of like, I don't. They kind of like look to the door and see how small it is. Like, I don't think you'll be able to take him in like that. Let us shackle him.
Is the bank made out of stone?
It is, yes. So you could easily
Just
pass.
glide through the floor.
You would not be
I
able
can
to
just
hold.
slide through the door frame.
Yeah,
True.
hold him above your head and just.
Yeah, I can just hold him so that he will fit through the door frames, and then glide through the doors myself.
Like you're playing like a doll. You're like, doo, I'm walking into the bank.
Yep.
All right. So you take him inside, and immediately the guards are like, "Just wait in the foyer. We'll get justice." And they eventually come back a few minutes later with her in tow, and she's like, "I don't see." Oh my goodness!
I
And
just mold myself kind of slightly into being like a vaguely turtle-shaped chair, but I'm still holding him.
all right. She kind of like looks around, surveying the situation, and she sees you, Conan. She's like, "That was a lot quicker than I had expected.
Yeah, we're pretty impressive.
My guards have been looking for the Iron Lily for months now."
Oh, really? Have they?
Yes, and she kind of like shoots him a look.
I rumble in Primordial and just go like, I like hold him up kind of like a cat and just like shake him and go, here he is! In Primordial.
He says, "Here he is."
All right. And she goes, well, she kind of gestures and the guards kind of like approach, like, can we shackle him now?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah,
Sacrifice.
I
they-
hold
they-
his arms out for,
Yeah,
for
They
them.
clamp shackles on his legs and arms, and he, at this point, he's given up. He's gone limp, and he's just like, what do you want to know? And she kind of like
Who
leans.
hired you?
Yeah, she leans in and she says,
And I put
yes.
I put my hand on his head and I just rumble, don't fucking lie.
Yeah.
he goes, I already told you. Well, fine. The man who hired me is Frieden Null. He's an aristocrat. And as you say, as he says this, you see the recognition click in Justice's eyes, and she's like, "That son of a bitch."
Do we know that? Do we recognize that name?
You've never had any dealings with him per se,
Mm-hmm.
but you
But
recognize
since
him.
we live in the city, I
Yeah,
assume
you've heard of him a little bit. He owns a large import export business because it's a port city. He has a lot of ships to his name. But other than that, you don't know much about him.
Okay.
we've never personally met him since we're all just like we're the sons of museum owners and
Yeah.
an archaeologist and a botanist.
All right. And she goes, "Well, now I know." And she gestures, and it's like, "We'll take the Iron Lily here to prison."
Yeah.
Oh, and
We're like the iron loser.
I morph back at this point, and I'm just like, and we kind of accidentally left a corpse flower at the
Yeah.
at the what was the name of the bar again?
The underbelly.
The
The
underbelly.
underbelly. It's either in a trash can or sitting on the ground next to a trash can.
And she kind of
In the back
gestures and
alley.
says, "I'll dispatch guards immediately."
Thank you.
She goes, "Now, follow me to my office so that I may pay you."
I'm gonna jump up and give a high five to my brother.
All right.
I also do a thing.
Like the whole like end of episode freeze frame for a moment. Yeah. And then
And
walk to the office.
that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh, we're not gonna get paid.
Well, we'll get paid tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
I want to get
Next
paid
weekend.
Aw.